Welcome back. House members return to Capitol Hill today. In a few hours from now, they're expected to vote on the Senate amended bill to reopen the government and end this shutdown. Let's get to Emily Wilkins with the latest. Hey, Emily.
Hey, Carl. Well, yeah, the House, they're expected to be back to start the process of voting at 4 o'clock today. Final vote's probably not going to come until a little bit later, around 7 o'clock. And these are the final votes needed to reopen the government. Now, of course, exact timing depends on everyone getting back to D.C. This is the first time that the House is going to vote in 54 days, rather. Now, margins are slim. Republicans can only lose 2 votes if all Democrats vote against. But at this point, it seems like we're good. They're good for passage. The bill is expected to pass, and it's likely that, like last time, there could actually be a few Democrats that join Republicans in passing that. We did get a preview of the House debate last night when the 2 top appropriators in the House, Tom Cole and Rosa DeLauro, met with the committee to tee up the vote.
Minority leaders Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer led their caucus to shut down the government. And for 42 days, the American people have borne the brunt of that decision and have been mere pawns at the partisan hands of the Democrats.
Premium subsidies, the tax credits. This bill is an empty promise, as is the promise for a vote in the Senate. And as the Speaker said, no guarantee of a vote on premium subsidies in the House.
Once the bill is passed and signed, federal workers are expected to get their paychecks as soon as possible, although, of course, it could take a few days to process those, depending on which areas of the government that they work in. Also happening today at Alita Grijalva, she was the congresswoman who was elected to serve in that special election in September, will finally be sworn in. Guys?
Emily, if we game out a pass of this bill, it seems like the big silos are: when do we start getting data? When does travel begin to clear? Ed Bastian's here at the big board this morning. And then when do we swear in Rep-elect Grijalva?
So I'll take those in reverse order. Grijalva is actually expected to be sworn in at 4 p.m. That time has been set. So she will actually be here to take the vote today. Part of the reason that the margins are going to be as narrow as they are, but again, expecting passage. For airports, that could take a little bit longer. Obviously, you are going to have folks receiving pay. They are being encouraged to come back to work. But just between flights, cancellations, reschedulings, it could take a few more days to sort that one out. And as far as data, look, there's been some data that's been ready to go now for the last 40-some days in terms of job reports from September. But as far as other things, a lot of the folks who were collecting the data in the BLS for CPI and jobs numbers, they weren't there. They were furloughed. They weren't collecting things. And so we're going to kind of see exactly when this data does come out. Is it based on retroactive data? I think there are some questions about how accurate it is based on what the format and the data that they have. And some of that could take a little bit longer to get started. But we are expecting to get some more clarity once the government reopens for what will be coming out and when.
All right. Meantime, thanks, Emily. Meantime, Jim, maybe we'll start to pivot to discussions about health care.